I want to thank you for coming because this is our second Monday morning 1 hour slow flow. So we're gonna do it again. So another thing that's special about this week is we just kicked off the 40-day to personal revolution. And so the theme for this week and in all the classes, you'll hear a little bit of that theme presence running through the class. So that is our theme for this week one. You don't have to be a part of that program. You certainly can. It's not too late to join. So I just wanted to toss that out there. So with that, let's come to Child's Pose. Yeah. And in Child's Pose, we start by integrating. And what does that mean? To me, I think of tuning into body, mind, and breath, and what's available to me in this moment. And you can ask yourself that question. Part of presence is becoming aware of all of those various states, state of the physical body, mind, and breath. So as we integrate this morning, press down through the knuckles of your thumb, index, and pinky fingers, your fingertips into the mat. Good morning and welcome. 1 hour slow flow. Steph. And then bring some firmness into the muscles of your arms. Begin to notice your breath, perhaps deepen it a bit, and create a little bit of that soft ujjayi breathing. Ujjayi, if you don't know the definition of that word, it just means victorious breath. And that's that breath that helps support us when we're moving in our yoga practice. Begin to notice the sensation of all of the parts of your body that are connected to the earth and touching your mat. Hands, forearms, perhaps it's the tops of your feet and shins. Perhaps it's the ball of your feet or the tips of your toes. Just notice what is. And in presencing ourselves to practice, I like to think about being here now. Inhale, and as you take your exhale, tuck your toes under and come into your first downward facing dog. And continue with your ujjayi breath. And begin to move in your down dog the way that it helps you to warm up a bit. Creating length in the back side of your body. And again, attention to your ujjayi breath, creating just a little bit of length with it, a little bit of sound. Kind of sounds like the ocean to some people. Inhale, and as you exhale now, tiptoe your feet to your hands. And once your feet are at your hands, on your next inhale, bring your hands to shins and create a long, flat back. And then exhale and fold. Part of presence is grounding. I'd like you to gaze at your feet and press down through the knuckle of your big toe, your little toe, inner and outer corners of your heels. On your next inhale, hands to shins. Good. Exhale and fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Lightly press your hands into your shins, activating muscles in your back. And then exhale and fold. And draw the pit of your belly in and up as you fold forward. On your next inhale, this will be a little different. You're going to bend your knees and drop your hips somewhat deeply. And then exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale here, exhale. And on your next inhale, drop your hips and create a little bit of strength and deepening here in the hips. Exhale and fold. Grounding into the earth with your feet. Inhale, drop your hips. And then exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms up into extended mountain. And exhale, hands come to your heart. Inhale, sweep arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, drop the hips. Ground down through your feet. And exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Extended mountain. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And you can take a soft gaze about 8 feet forward and down with your eyes, or you can close your eyes here. We'll start with 3 ohms. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Good. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, forward fold. We're starting to awaken. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your mat. And step back to plank. And this could be from your knees or your toes, either one. Breath in at the top of your plank. And as you exhale, draw your belly in and lower with control. Good. As you inhale again, come up into up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breath in here and exhale out through your mouth. So we're starting to prime and prep the body, mind, and deepen our breath. Inhale, look to your hands, and as you exhale, walk or step your feet to your hands. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Hands to your mat. Step your feet or knees back to the mat. High to low plank. Inhale when you're ready and come up into your up dog. Exhale, draw the belly in and move into your downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here on your own. Yes, we are awakening, prepping and priming our body, mind, and deepening our breath. I'd like to invite you to take care of you today in your practice as we move through this slow flow. We all have individual needs, and I would like you to work in a way where you support yourself as best you can. Breath in and look to your hands. Exhale, walk or step your feet to your hands. And then inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to your plank. You can go from your knees or your toes. Breath in, and on your exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. And exhale, draw the pit of your belly in as you push yourself away from the mat and come into downward facing dog. Good. Breath in here. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale again. One more inhale in place. Exhale. Then look to your hands. And as you exhale, walk or step your feet to hands. Breath in as you halfway lift. In your own time, exhale, fold. Let's do one more. Inhale to half lift. And exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, drop your hips. Exhale, fold. Still prepping and priming. Inhale, drop your hips. Good. Ground through your feet. Exhale, fold. Breath in and root your feet to the mat as you rise up on an inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart and come back into your first chair or Thunderbolt Pose. Good. Ground down through your feet. So I'd like for this to be as much grounding as we can today as we're trying to bolster up our presence and awareness. So think about pressing down through the four corners of your feet, the front foot and your rear foot. Inhale here, exhale, fold. Good. Inhale to half lift. And exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to your plank from knees or toes or another option. Breath in. And as you exhale, belly in and lower. As you inhale, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, down dog. We'll all meet in dog when you're ready. I have a couple options here. This can be taken from the floor into all fours as if you're setting up for a cat-cow. First option is going to be leg behind you, and then you lift hip level. There'll be an exhale as you bring your knee to your nose, and an inhale as you raise up. So you can start on the floor with that motion, or you can be in your down dog. So if you'd like, come from down dog, inhale, and as you exhale, knee to nose, and this is in all fours, whether it's knees and hands or feet and hands. Inhale, lift your leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift your leg behind you to where it feels comfortable. And then exhale, plant your knees and feet back to the floor and come into a down dog. If you're in your dog, you can just stay there. Breath in. Raise your leg just a little bit. Exhale, bring your right foot between your hands. Step your left foot behind you and come into Warrior One. On an inhale, rise into Warrior One. So let's start from building from the ground up. Lift and spread your toes. Connect the knuckle of your big and little toes into your mat and the back, inner and outer corners of your feet. Inhale and hold your arms up. As you exhale, come into cactus arms here. So we'll play with this just for a moment. As you breathe in, you fill the lungs, and as you exhale, drop belly in. Press down through your feet. Move your feet away from each other just a little bit as if you're spreading the mat between your feet. Breath in. Exhale, belly in. Press your feet down and pull the feet as if they're scrunching the mat between your feet. And just notice that we're just recruiting different muscles to make those actions happen. Breath in. Exhale, belly in. Press feet down and away. Arms lift on an inhale. As you exhale, place your hands on the mat on each side of your foot. Step back to plank. Inhale and exhale, plank high to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Breath in and out through the mouth. So options to start this on the left side is going to be from all fours on the floor or from your down dog. If you're on the floor, it'll be your left leg that is back this time. And if you're in dog, left leg lifts. Inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift left leg. Good. Exhale, knee to nose. One more, in and lift. Exhale, draw the pit of your belly in. Good. Inhale, lift. And then return to your down dog. And when you're in your dog, we'll take a breath as a community, fill up. And as you exhale this time, step forward with your left foot and come into your warrior one. Good. From the ground up, connect through the front and back of your feet. And we're in warrior one. So again, lift and spread your toes. Arms come to cactus. Press down through the knuckles of your big toe and little toe, and then each inner and outer part of your heel. Breath in. And as you exhale, draw the pit of your belly in. Move your feet away from each other as if you're spreading the mat. This does not have to be a huge effort. It can be 20%. Breath in. Exhale, feet press down into the earth and move them as if you're scrunching the mat between your feet. One more inhale. And as you exhale, press your feet down and move your feet away from each other. Inhale here and exhale, hands to your mat, step back to your plank. Inhale at the top, exhale to lower. Inhale into your up dog and exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Breath in. And as you exhale, walk or step your feet to your hands. So we'll go through Sun B now without those little isometrics. Inhale to half lift and exhale, fold. Root down through your feet, and on an inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands come to your heart. Good. Stick your bum back and come into Utkatasana or chair pose. Good. Lift and spread your toes if you have that available to you. Breath in. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift, long spine, flat back. Exhale, hands to your mat, step back to plank. Breath in at the top and exhale as you lower. Good. Inhale, come into your up dog. Exhale, draw the belly in and lift your hips into downward facing dog. As you inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, and step your right foot between your hands. Inhale as you rise into warrior one, connecting and building from the ground up. Good. Inhale, and as you exhale, hands come to your mat. Step back to plank. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, draw the belly in and lift your hips into down dog. Good. Breath in and exhale through the mouth. Another one in. Sigh it out. Inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, knee to nose, and step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, rise into your warrior one. Beautiful. Exhale, belly draws in, and plant your hands to the mat. Step back to plank, all on your timing. Breath in, and when you're ready, exhale, lower. Inhale to your up dog. Exhale, draw your belly in and up, and move into down dog. And if you want to take puppy dog as an alternative, if wrists get sore, you can place your forearms on the floor and lift hips. So if you're not familiar with that, I'll do a quick demo here. So you can adapt this and make this more comfortable if that's helpful to you. All right. Couple breaths here. In. Sigh it out. Breath in. Sigh it out. Come to child's pose. And know that at any time during this practice, you can take this pose. It's a place where you can regroup and reassess what's going on in your physical body. Notice the stuff that comes up in your mind without judgment, and bring your focus and attention back to your breath. Breath in, come up to all fours, and then as you exhale, come into your downward facing dog. And where we're going to go from here is you'll inhale, look to hands, and as you exhale, step your right foot forward and then place your left foot on your mat. And you can start with your front knee over your ankle and then your knee right below your left hip. So right foot is forward. If you wish and you have the range available, you can scoot your front foot forward and come into a low crescent lunge. And let's do this together. As you inhale, come forward into crescent. And then exhale, come back. Inhale, come forward. I like to test drive things a little bit so I can kind of see what my joints are feeling like for the day. And then exhale, come back. One more. Inhale, forward, and come to where you feel comfortable. Strong in your front leg. Foot is connected to the earth. Bring attention to your back lower leg. Press the top of your foot into the mat and your shin. And then on an inhale, raise your arms up. And then as you exhale, bring hands to heart. And now lean forward, creating a straight line from knee through hip to your shoulder. Press your hands together, activating through your mid-upper back. Inhale, and as you exhale, begin your twist. And you may come to where your elbow stops on the top of your thigh. Your elbow might go outside of your right thigh. See where you can go with comfort and steadiness. Good, so we have a twisting, low crescent lunge. Inhale to come out and lengthen the spine. Good. Exhale, hands to your mat and step back to dog. You could also put a child's pose in here if that seems to be a better fit for you for today. You do you. Support yourself. Breath in. Exhale. Good. Inhale now, and as you exhale, bring your left foot forward. We're working on vitality now. Energy. So left foot is forward, and start by squaring off like a right angle at your knee and hip on the left side, and left, right hip and knee are in line. And then you can wiggle your foot forward. And then as you do that, begin to inhale and come into a low crescent. And then exhale, come out. So practice the breath with the movement. Inhale and gently come into this low crescent. And then exhale, belly in to come out. One more. Inhale to come in. Raise your arms if that's available. They could be here and they could be here. On your next exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Lean forward just a little bit, creating a long line from knee to the crown of your head. Press your hands together and activate mid-upper back. Breath in. As you exhale, belly in, and begin to rotate your trunk. You could stop right here with elbow to knee or thigh. If you have more motion in your trunk, you can bring that elbow to the outer part of your left thigh. Go where you can go comfortably and feel this work, that energy, inner fire. Inhale, come on out, and arms come up. As you exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to child's pose or down dog, your choice. Where do you need to be to support you? So part of our 40-day program is creating presence, and underneath that is seeking truth. And whatever is true for you, you get to decide. And then the second part of that is being willing to come apart in that process. So we presence ourselves with awareness, be here now. You might want to ask yourself, could you be a yes or commit to and be for something greater than yourself? Inhale to come forward. Exhale, hips up into downward facing dog, or you could come to all fours. We're going to add a little piece to that puzzle where we came from. So, from your dog or all fours, inhale, look to your hands and step your right foot forward. Place your left foot back on the mat. Connect top of your back foot and shin to the mat. Inhale and come into your low lunge. Exhale, hands to heart. Right here, this may be where you want to go and stay. There may be more coming. Inhale, and as you exhale, begin to rotate your trunk. Inhale again. Exhale, either stay or press into your back heel and lift into a twisting crescent lunge. Beautiful. As you come out of this, come out on an inhale and bring your arms up high. Good. Exhale, hands come to your mat. And then come into a plank, high to low from knees or toes. Breath in, exhale, and flow. Lower down, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, come to all fours or a down dog. Good. Breath in, exhale, breath in, and look to your hands. As you exhale, step your left foot forward now and come into that low crescent lunge. One knee up, one knee down. Feel the top of your back foot pressing down into the mat, the back shin. Connect through that front foot, all four corners. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Press your hands together. Inhale and lengthen your spine forward. Exhale and rotate your trunk. You can tuck your toes under and stay with the tuck. If you'd like, you can see if you can extend and lift away from the floor, straightening your back leg. Inhale, raise your arms up. And on your next exhale, hands come to your mat. Step back to plank from knees or toes and lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. If it feels better to you to go to a child's pose, take a child's pose here. We build a little fire there in vitality. We'll be moving into equanimity, balance. Breath in, look to your hands, and as you exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Before we go up, inhale, bend your knees and let your seat drop. Lift and spread your toes. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet and rise on an inhale. Arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. When we balance to create just a little more stability, there's a few things that we can work with, and one is our feet, one is our vision. Our inner ear plays in with this. But what I'd like to suggest is look down at your toes right now and lift and spread your toes. And now press down through that knuckle of the big toe and then lightly press your big toe into the mat and feel that connection to the earth. Lift and spread. And now it's pinky toe. It's the knuckle of this toe, and then press that toe down lightly. Then lift and spread. See if you can root down through the knuckle of the big and the little toe, and then the inner outer corners of your heels. Inhale, arms come to the side. Pick a spot on the wall that's non-moving. And as you exhale now, step over onto your right foot, maintaining the connection of that big little toe and the heel. Good. Belly draws in as you lift. Breath in. And as you exhale, move your knee out to the left. Good. Breath in. As you exhale, you can bring your knee back to the front. Inhale. Exhale, pit of the belly draws in and up. Extend your leg and see if you can get it at a point where it's straight in front of you. It could be here. It could be higher. It doesn't need to be. Breath in. And as you exhale, let that foot come to your mat. Inhale to extended mountain. Exhale, hands to your heart. And bring your arms out to the side again. Shift your weight into your left foot now. Big toe, little toe, heel, connecting to the earth, grounding down. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw the belly in and lift. See if your thigh can come about parallel to the ground, and it's okay if it doesn't. We're just building some strength here, so wherever you need it, you do you. Inhale, and move your leg to the side, out to the right. Breath in. And as you exhale, belly in and bring your knee back to the front. Good. It's an option here. Inhale. You can straighten your leg. You could leave it bent. You get to choose as it's your practice. Breath in, and as you exhale, lower. Beautiful. Inhale, come on all the way up to extended mountain. Exhale, hands come to your heart. So we've been working those deep knee squat things. We're gonna bring that into practice now. So lift and spread your toes, connect your feet to the earth, scoot your bum back, and then arms come out to the side. Shift into your left foot, and then cross your right leg over your left. Bring your right arm under. The other option is to glue your forearms together, elbow to hands. So if it doesn't feel good yet to bind, you could start here. You could start here. It just depends on your shoulder range of motion. Again, start from the foot and the ground up. Draw the pit of the belly in and up to create stabilization, and gaze with your eyes. Inhale, come up to extended mountain. Exhale, hands to your heart. Breath in and sigh it out. Good. Arms go out to the side. Right foot now. Shift weight into your right. Breath in. And as you exhale, belly in and then lift. Right leg or left leg up. Cross over. And then you can bring your arms together like so. Forearm to forearm, or you can wrap left under right. Beautiful. And again, your gaze is forward at a non-moving point. And this is where the work is. Part of one teacher that I taught from, inhale, come up to extended, and exhale, hands to heart. One lesson I learned from a teacher was, doesn't matter how many times you fall out of a pose, what matters is that get up and try it again muscle. So let yourself wobble and just kind of touch down when you don't feel stable and create that stability again, practicing from the ground up, drawing belly in and gaze. All right. Do we have blocks? If you have 1 or 2 blocks, set your blocks up so one is on each side of your feet, the tall way. So if you don't have blocks, another option would be to use the wall. We're going to go into a version of airplane. So can I just use those for a second, Artie?
Go ahead.
Thank you. No, I'm not going to use it for the whole thing, but I'd like to see a block on each side. And then we'll be stepping onto our right and coming into airplane here, working on that grounding in this position, creating some strength. So again, if you wanted the wall, you could be here and lift here. If you have your blocks, would you like another one? Sure. Yeah. Step onto your right foot and ground through that right foot as we've mentioned, and then inhale and raise your left leg. So we're firm in our standing leg. Our left leg, try to extend and straighten it as best you can. Flex your foot. Good. And turn your knee so it's facing the floor. Good. So you're getting that lift from that back hip extension. Breath in. And as you exhale, step your left foot front to meet your right foot. Good. And now ground down through your left. Big toe, little toe, heel. Firm in that leg, and on an inhale, lift your right leg up. Good. Support yourself. Find that place where you have strength, that inner strength, by setting up with some of these tools of grounding. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring your back leg to meet your front. Both feet are side by side, and forward fold. Good. Breath in to halfway lift. And now as you exhale, scoot your feet out so they're about hip width and fold forward as much as you can all the way. Release here just a little bit. You can take your index and middle finger and wrap your big toe. And then just notice what happens to your foot when you do that. Sometimes we go on the outer edge of our foot to make room for our fingers, so reconnect through that knuckle of the big toe. Press that down. And bring some awareness now to your breath. Inhale. And exhale, fold a little deeper by pulling that belly in and up. And as you inhale, notice, does anything change or feel differently in this position with the back side of your ribs when you breathe in? Do you have sensation there? Maybe a little more filling on the back side of your ribs. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Then inhale, sweep arms all the way up. And exhale, hands come to your heart. Good, so now we finished with equanimity. With that part, we're going into another phase of grounding, which I've been talking about pretty much all morning. Inhale, sweep arms up. We're going through a sun A. Exhale, belly in and fold forward. Good. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to plank. And you can either go through a flow or find down dog on your own. So flow or down dog. And breathe here. Good. So walk your hands back to your feet. And then root to rise, come all the way up. Exhale, hands come to your heart. And then you'll take, face the methodology wall and take a wide leg stance. Good. Inhale here. And as you exhale, lead with the chest to maintain a flat back as you fold forward and come all the way into your wide leg down dog. Wide-legged fold. Connect through the knuckle of your big toe, little toe. Root down through your heels. Inner heels back, outer heels down. We're going to play with a little isometric right here. As you breathe in, let the air fill up. On your next exhale, belly in, and now lightly pull your feet as if they're coming towards each other, scrunching up the mat between your feet. Just a light pull in. Breath in. On your exhale, belly in, and lightly move your feet down and away from each other. Just begin to notice sensations that feel a little differently in your body. We may be activating some things that make it feel a little different. Breath in, exhale, press the feet down, and then lightly pull your feet towards each other as if you're scrunching up that mat between your feet. Breath in, and as you exhale, draw the belly in for support, and then down and out with the feet as if you're creating a stretch in your mat between your feet. Good. Let that go. Bring your hands to your hip creases, chest flat, back flat. Inhale as you rise all the way up. And exhale, just kind of heel toe your feet in. Good. And then face forward and turn both of your feet to 12 o'clock. So feet are apart, right foot forward, left foot back. Breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to come halfway. If you have your blocks handy, you can place your hands on your block. And if you have more range available, you can fold into this pyramid. Hips level as much as you can. And let yourself fold into this for just a moment. Good. Inhale now to half lift out of this, back flat, and then exhale, stay, and then inhale, come all the way up. And then go ahead and turn and face the window walls. And our feet are going to be wide again, heels in, toes out a bit. So try to make this not the widest, because where we're going is goddess pose. So kind of like if you're, if you've heard gym language, more of a sumo squat, or if you're a dancer, a plie type of a squat. So inhale and exhale, come into this, lift and spread your toes. And now just take a look at your knees. If they're over the big toe, see if you can just move your knees to the pinky toe side of your foot. Good. And then arms can come out to the side. Ground down through your feet. Breath in. And as you exhale, can you drop your hips 2 inches lower? Good. Continue that outward movement of the knees. It's helping the hips to open here a bit. It's kind of like frogs standing up. Inhale. And as you exhale, press into your heels to come on up. And then toe heel your feet back to front. Just a slight pigeon toe, if you will, just ever so slightly. Heels are a little more out, so the outer edge of your foot is almost parallel to the side wall. Breath in, and as you exhale, fold forward. Good. Building the pose from the ground up. Connect your feet to the earth to continue maintaining presence and awareness, grounding down. If you wish, you can take a variation of your choice. Sometimes it can be fun to grab the big toe or the ankles, whatever you're feeling. Hands in the middle, you can walk them through. Yogi's choice. What works for you in this moment? And bring your ujjayi, soft ujjayi back if that falls away. I like to think of noticing it or being aware of it and then coming back to it. And that is a big part of our practice. Noticing, coming back to our true aim or our focus. Bring your hands now to hip creases and on an and shoulders back, and on an inhale, rise all the way up. Bring your arms up. Exhale, hands come to your heart, and now just kind of step your feet a little at a time until your feet are back under you. Good. We're going to take a sun A to flow. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, draw the belly in and fold forward. Good. Hands to your mat. And find your way to your bellies. You can flow all the way through a sun A or come all the way down. Good. Igniting. Lighten that inner fire. As you are face down, bring your arms down by your side, backs of your hands on the mat. So we're going to go into Locust. I like to think about rotating my arm bones. It's an external rotation. So as you come up and lift your upper body away from the mat, roll the shoulders back. And as you're lifted away from the floor, your palms will look like they face the floor. So back of the hands to start are facing the floor. As you lift, roll the arm bones, spin them around, and squeeze through your shoulder blades, mid, upper back. Yes, liking it. Inhale, and as you exhale, lower down. This time, when you lift, I want it to be your lower body. So on an inhale, raise just from the hips. Your legs are going to come off the ground, but hips, the front of the pelvic bones stay down. So inhale, legs up, reach them back and then up. Good. And lower down. So if you did one piece at a time, we're going to put it all together now. On an inhale, raise upper body, lower body, come into Locust. Yes, breathe through it as best you can. And exhale, come back down. Good, so we're going to roll to our backs now and set up for bridge. Still igniting. Now I like to, I'm going to play with this one just a tiny bit. So before you go down to your backs, let me just give you a quick little demo. We're going to go block long between the thighs. And then when you lift up, I'd like you to think about pressing inward on the block. And like we played with these isometrics, I'm going to have you lightly pull your heels like they're coming towards your bum. And then I'm going to have you press your feet as if they're going away. And we're just going to just play around with that a little bit. So if you'd like, place the block the long way. Can I help you with that, Artie? Let's go this way. Yeah, there we go. So feet are right below your heels. Breath in and exhale just to start. And on your next inhale, lift into your bridge. Good. Begin by pressing in, hugging in from the skin to the muscle to the bone against your blocks. And then the sits bones in. Breath in. On your next exhale, connect through your feet and then lightly pull your heels as if they're going to your bum. If you go too hard, if you're sensitive and cramp in the hamstrings, just start less and add more over time. Breath in. And as you exhale, press your feet down and now move them like they're coming towards me to the front of the room. Just notice where there's activation in different areas here. Breath in and lower. Good. Inhale, exhale. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, press down through your heels to lift your hips up. Knees and thighs against your block. Breath in. As you exhale, press down with your feet and then slide your heels towards your bum. Less could be better than more in this instance. Breath in. As you exhale, press down and move your feet away from you. Toes going to the front of the room. Breath in. And as you exhale, draw the belly in and lower. Very nice. And now find your Supta, Bada, Konasana. Bottoms of your feet together, knees out to the side. arms where you're comfortable. Breath in, sigh it out. Good. So we're all on our backs. Let's stay here for a little bit of hip opening. Feet and legs back in the bridge position. And then as you're ready, you can bring your right ankle above your left knee. And we'll do pigeon this way today. If you really want to do it another way, you get to do it. It is your practice. Inhale, and as you exhale, lift your legs away from the floor. You could reach for your left leg, and you don't even need to reach. Another variation of this is seated. I kind of like this one as well. So you can bring yourself up, and then once you feel some release, you can lift your foot and go a little further if that's available. Breathe through this. Hip opening. And sometimes opening can refer to our hearts and letting our armor down, letting our guard down a bit. Can you be a yes to something that's bigger than yourself? Can you commit and be for it? Go ahead and in your own time, switch legs. So you'll place right leg down, bring left leg up. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring your legs up towards your chest, if that's available. Good. Breathe through this gentle, soft ujjayi. See if you can maybe create a little length and steadiness in your breath, which is helpful in settling our nervous system. When you feel ready, place both your feet on the mat and move your feet out to the edges of your mat, knees bent, and windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Let yourself have a little release here. And when you're ready, roll to either your right or left side and move yourself up to a seated position, and we'll work on a little tabletop. So you can start with your fingers towards your bum, bring your feet in, and then just shoulder roll a little bit here, up, back, and down, and then just test drive. See how this feels on your shoulders. You can come up and down 1 or 2 times. And then when you feel like you're ready to stay, find that place where you can stay and breathe a bit. Breath in and exhale and lower. Now, if you want to play with hand position just a tiny bit, fingers don't have to be exactly here. They can be out to the wall. And I like to test drive this and see how this feels in shoulders, because when you are in up dog, here's where you are. See where that goes? So see what happens when you change the position of your shoulders, fingers out to the side, and come into your table, fingers out. And just start with little hip lifts, move in. I find I have a lot of tightness in my shoulders, which is why I'm asking you to just, you do you, notice what you feel. If you have it available, you can go up. If you need to take steps to get there, you have that available. And when you have had enough of that, you can come back out. And then you can rotate shoulders even more, fingertips facing directly behind you. Again, test drive it, honor your structure, and come into that. And you don't have to use any of these options. They're there if you want them. And come out. All right, we are going to do a couple of these and then we'll begin to close. Block the long way. Ribs, hips, bring them towards each other a little bit, which will help you to kind of keep your back connected to the floor. So bottom ribs come down and in. The top of the hip bones come up and in. Maintain that connection. Knees into your block, inhale, and as you exhale, maintaining that connection, bring your knees right above the hips. The idea is to just work the core a little bit, trying to keep our back stable on the ground. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw belly in and then lower. Inhale, as you exhale, ribs to hips and lift, and then bring your shins up so they're parallel to the ground. Yes. Inhale, squeeze the block, exhale, and lower. Good. One more. Breath in, squeeze and exhale, lift knees above hips. Continue squeezing on the block, exhale, and lower gently. You can remove your block. I'd like to invite you to take a twist of your choice. Either both knees can be in and roll to one side, or one leg long, bringing the knee in and rolling that knee to the other side. So if right knee is up, it goes to the left. And you can inhale and return and find the other side of your twist. Inhale starts by lengthening the spine, and then we exhale as we move into a twist to help support and stabilize our spines. All right, inhale to return. And then if you have a block, you can place this underneath your sacrum and legs up like you're going up the wall. Little rejuvenation. Good. And when you're ready to come out here, gently bring your feet back to the mat. Lift your hips, slide your block out. And then you can take up space on your mat. It's time for deep rest. Shavasana. If there's anything else that you need to do before you get there, I invite you to do that. So feet out to the corners of your mat, arms away from your body in a comfortable place. Sometimes my shoulder blades dig into the floor, so I'll take my elbows and press into the floor and kind of tuck my shoulder blades under, and then they rest and lay a little flatter. Begin to bring some movement back in your fingers and toes, perhaps your wrists and ankles. And as you feel ready, you can bend your knees one at a time and roll to either side on your mat. When you're ready, you can inhale, and as you exhale, take your top hand to push yourself away from the floor as you return to a seat in easy pose. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands in prayer at your heart. The light in me acknowledges, honors, and respects the light in you. Thank you for practicing here today. And together we say, Namaste.